We had like over 2, maybe 3 inches of rain. And I swear to God, if that corn hadn't grown at least a foot since this morning, it's like you could almost hear the corn growing. Now, honest to God, really, I'm not even exaggerating. This corn was like about a foot lower today. It's just drinking up the sunshine and the water, because we had like a drought for like, I don't know, almost like 4 weeks or so, where it like didn't even rain. And over the past week, this corn has definitely grown 2 foot easily, maybe more. And the soybeans, not so bad either. They're a little bit more distressed. There they are, right there. They're about half the size of what they should be about this time of year. But yeah, look at them over there. Was planted a little bit later than that side. But give it a couple weeks and they'll catch up. Scrap farms for days. Isn't every farm like a scrap farm pretty much? That's why I'm out here today. There's a couple farmers out here that had some scrap, and I came back for my 4th load of scrap, which was like not that much, just like a little refrigerator and a few other things, some car rotors, stuff like that. Family friends of ours have see the power lines way over there. They have like a farmette right there, and we do 4th of July fireworks at their place every year. Nobody to complain except for the soybeans, the corn, the chicken, and the cows. It's a warm one today too. Woo. I'm just chilling, going to relax, like, I don't know. Around 40 miles an hour. I'm gonna slow down for this little bridge. The front end on those Dodge is really worn out. It gets the death wobble. Like anything over 35 miles an hour, the front end starts violently shaking. Road closed ahead. Well, I'm going to go down that road closed ahead because I know that road is like not really closed, but it is closed, but it's not closed. Hopefully the police don't see that, because they will stop you for driving on a closed road. That is a ticketable offense. So like a more bumpy road like this truck is much more likely to get the death wobble if you go over 35. So we'll slow down for this little bit of construction here. Yeah, the beans aren't doing too bad over here. They're about half the size they should be. The corn is a little lower over here on this far field. It'll catch up. No worries. That's why they're claiming the gas prices are higher, because this corn right here is not even feed corn. It's corn grown for ethanol to mix for gasoline. It seems completely counterproductive. Taking food resources and feeding your car. Like, think of all the resources that are required to plant that. All the diesel, all the fertilizer, the cultivating of it. I think it's a net loss, actually, energy-wise. It's a negative. You're better off growing it to feed humans or livestock. But I'm no expert. Corn is a little higher over here. The beans are a little bit lower. Oh, a huge ATV. I thought it was a Jeep at first. Wow. That's a life-size toy. You run into that thing and I guess it's almost like smashing into a real car. This right here used to be a cornfield, but I guess they turned it into like a livestock. Except I never see any cows around there. I mean, I do, but not very often. Once in a great while. Think about this, like this YouTube channel, it goes all over the world. I could be supplying the enemy with deep inside information about the way our country's run. I wonder if it's like sort of a semi-national security interest sort of thing. Maybe, I don't know. You know, our foreign adversaries knowing like up to the minute updates and almost real time. Critical infrastructure, which I would consider agriculture, pretty much critical infrastructure. Think about that. This is like pretty much the essence of our existence. The growing of corn and soybeans and feeding livestock. It's like food for it. Look at this. Bean field is a little bit yellowed, actually. I would say it's highly distressed. This one also. This one's got patches of yellow, which I guess, I'm no farm expert, but for living out here for so long, it's a sign of stress on the vegetation. Where the corn doesn't seem to be doing as bad. I mean, that GMO Monsanto corn can outgrow the fastest growing weed. Weeds have nothing on that corn. Soybeans, I guess they're more vulnerable because the plant itself is smaller and weeds can still outgrow it, but nothing can outgrow the corn. This bean field doesn't look as bad. Looks a little more healthy. That's a new house right there. It's It's all steel. New farmhouse. I don't know, I thought I'd like to share some of this boring type of stuff. I like looking at like the videos with farms and stuff like that in England and Ireland and Australia. Kind of interesting how they do it differently and how they do it the same. Wow, look at the size of that solar farm. That's definitely enough to power that place. Oh, wait a minute. That's the family friends that we're gonna have 4th of July tomorrow. That's their place. All the way out here in the country. Look at this, all this way and maybe like one car and one off-road vehicle passing me up after all this time. Like what, 12 minutes? I guess people are pretty much settled in for 4th of July celebrations. Getting ready for the sun to start going down. This is kind of like a main two-way highway out here in the country. One lane in each direction. I thought that Charger was a cop, so I blocked the view of the cell phone with my arm. That's what they drive out here. They drive like Dodge Chargers and stuff like that. Oh yeah, the corn out here is it's really doing well out here. The beans look a little distressed. Not too bad, like back there a few minutes ago. This is like almost a scrappity drive time. Like he's kind of like driving in the countryside, going from place to place. There's a teeny tiny little town here, right behind it. Huge tree line that goes all the way back there. And there's one cop in the town. He usually sits by the highway here, right by the corner, generating revenue. You gotta make sure you're not speeding at all. There's an empty farm field. Somebody mowing the farmland or whatever with a yard tractor. Come on, people. This guy too. I thought the roadside was, well, look at that bean field. Really distressed. I thought the roadside was the job of like the township or the county. You know, roughly equivalent to the local council. Apparently not. Oh, this bean field, I don't think that's going to recover at all. That's toasted. No, this cornfield don't look good. It's kind of yellowing. Might be over with that one too. Yeah, there's a small town right here. There's the mailman. Gross weight limit. February to May. I guess that's when they figure, you know, it's springtime, it's the wet season, so the road probably gets soft. Look at that farm mansion. Kind of nice, right? Out in the middle of nowhere. Here's a huge house out in the middle of nowhere. Oh, Lord have mercy. Oh yeah, really yellow.